Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, Amazing Spider-Man issue number 16. This is the Road to Hunted. This is the first issue, but you got to read all of the Spider-Man comics, man. All of the Amazing Spider-Man comic books from issue 1 on, because it's all leading to this right here, dude. This is going to be great. I don't know how anybody can read this comic book and not right away go, holy crap, because that's exactly what this issue is called. This issue is called Holy Crap. Oh. This issue is called Hunted Prelude. Okay, I just read that wrong. That's, you know what? That's on me, guys. That's my fault, all right? Anyway, let's get started on this, all right? We got Nick Spencer on writing. Ryan Oatley, welcome back, brother. And Alberto Albuquerque on pencils. Cliff Rathburn and Alberto Albuquerque on inks. Laura Martin, Brian Reber, and Carlos Lopez on colors. And VC's Joe Caramunga on letters. Cully Hamner and Justin Ponser on the cover art. Mike Hawthorne and Nathan Fairbairn on the Captain Marvel variant cover. And the graphic designer is Anthony Gambino. Of course, Stan Lee and Steve Ditko get some credit for the creation of this amazing character, the Amazing Spider-Man. Just the preludes alone for this comic book should be more than enough to get you guys excited. When Kraven faces down the High Evolutionary, I don't want to hear about, oh, the High Evolution would just blast him. Yeah. No. No, not here. That is crazy. And we get what should otherwise be an entire epic storyline about him creating, what was it, 87 new versions of. He killed his family except for one. That's going to come back to haunt him. And then he has the High Evolutionary create like 87 clones of himself, of Kraven. And then he starts training them, waiting for the day where one of them is going to kill all the other ones. I'm sorry. Do we not see that Kraven is now Jango Fett? like, you know, Jango Fett's sitting there fighting that big arena off on that other planet. I forget what the name of the planet is, but whatever. It's right there in the Attack of the Clones. And all of a sudden, Mace Windu cuts off Jango Fett's head. Little Boba Fett goes over and picks up the helmet. And all of a sudden, Kraven's head falls out of it. Like, what the frick, man? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. We got the freaking Mandalorian effect over here. And that's great. So we meet Kraven. This is a first appearance of Kraven's new son, his cloned son. And all these crazy things going on in this, man. Wow, this is nothing but nuts. So we get to see his ultimate plan. Well, we don't see the ultimate plan come into effect, but we get to see the gist of his opening plan. He's got to find a way to get all these poachers to stop coming in and coming after his kingdom, because you got people coming in, they're stealing the horns off of Ryan. I mean, like, really sad scenes like down here, man. Like, you know, stealing the ivory and the horns away from all these animals and killing them and whatnot. And you got a bunch of other scumbags up in here doing all this nonsense with the posing. And it's like he says it. He's like, you get people guiding you in. You know, you're super rich. You decide that you want to hunt, so you come over and you get guided in like a little child, and then they drug these animals, and then you put a bullet in them, and then you stand over them and start taking selfies and pictures and all that stuff with. Like, it's disgusting. You get your little trophies and stuff like that. It's disgusting. You're all a bunch of sad little weaklings, and I'm going to kill you all. But then he decides that that's not quite going to work. It's got to be something else. Now, I don't know where exactly he's going to go with this. Maybe he is planning on killing all of these guys. I don't know. But he decides to do something else instead. He says, I understand. You all have the hunter in you. It's natural. It's ingrained in you. Since creation, it's in your blood. The hunter is in all of us. And some of us actually try to answer that. And that's all you're doing. You can't be faulted for trying to answer that. Holy crap. Like, I got goosebumps reading this. So that's the reason why he's been hooking up with Arcade, and why he's got Taskmaster and Black Ant out there collecting all these bad guys. Mind you, all these bad guys have something in common. They're all essentially animal totems. Maybe not animal totem enough for Morlun to come by and want to start eating them, but, you know, like the rhino, the lizard, what do you call it, the beetle, all right, all these characters, they're going to have to earn their namesake. They're going to have to. Just like all these hunters are going to go out there, and they're going to have to earn their keep. I don't know who's hunting who, but we're going to see. That's for sure. This is crazy good. I also want to point out that since Taskmaster and Black Ant are hunting these guys down, you do realize that Black Ant is technically a totem also. I get it. He's an LMD. He's an LMD, but that's something that should be pointed out. This is nuts. I love this comic book. And there's a list given in the back. Oh, by the way, there's an after credit scene in here. You should definitely consider checking out the after credit scene. It really feels like a regular after credit scene. It's not going to give you a whole bunch of information, but it's one of those things where you're going to look at it and be like, oh, okay, I get it. I see what you're doing there. I'm going to try not to give you much of, that page over there, even though there's not a whole lot there, but they give us this. Here's this list. The ones that have .hu underneath are straight going to be hunted issues. Meanwhile, the other issues that are there, they're going to be a little bit different. Okay, you won't have to read the hunted issues to know what's going on in those comic books, but why wouldn't you? But anyway, there's going to be a whole slew of comic books coming out with the hunted in it mixed up, and there's going to be like they say in here, a murderer's row of artists coming by to fill in. I am really looking forward to that. I think we've been looking forward to this since issue 1 of Spider-Man. We knew that had to have been Craven. Finally, we realize it's Craven. Like beyond the shadow of a doubt, it's Craven. Look, I see his image. And then we realized that this is going to be an event. Then they gave us the name of the event. We've been led through this just like somebody leading us through the woods, through the jungle to try and collect our own little trophy. I'm worried at one point, when is Craven going to show up with a knife around my throat? You know what I'm saying? But either way, I am so totally along for this ride. This is badass. I'm loving this. Anyway, guys, if you're not reading this comic book, man, here's your one opportunity to jump on it on the ground floor. You're going to be missing some stuff. Consider grabbing a trade paperback or something. But this is real talk, man. This is Road to Hunted. If you want to be in this event on the ground floor, and this is just a self-contained event, you want to be in this on the ground floor, now's the time. This is going to be, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be Craven at his best. This is going to be like the two good Craven stories that we've maybe had in the history of the comic books. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Definitely go and check this out, all right? Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.